Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome to TRICENTIS Tosca Advanced Training. Till now, I have published 42 YouTube videos covering basic level concepts, intermediate level concepts, and advanced level concepts. From this lesson onwards, I'm going to start publishing 40 different YouTube videos to cover some of the real-time scenarios while automating the test cases by using TRICENTIS Tosca. Basically, in real time, when you are working on a project in an organization, you're going to face a lot of obstacles while automating your test cases. So, I'm going to start publishing the YouTube videos to show you how can we automate the test cases whenever you encounter different types of obstacles in real time. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you. This is lesson 43 in terms of TRICENTIS Tosca overall training, or this is lesson 1 in terms of real-time scenario automation. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how can we automate a test case when you encounter an obstacle with elements with same IDs. Let us first understand what is the obstacle and how can we solve that obstacle to automate your test case. Let's go back to our Chrome browser. So this is your obstacle list that is provided by TRICENTIS Tosca. I'm going to leave this URL in the comment box so that you can access this obstacle list. So what is our first obstacle? My first obstacle is this one. So what does this obstacle means? So we have to automate a test step that clicks on the button labeled click me. If you see on the screen, you have two buttons. One is don't, another one is click me. So these two buttons are on the screen and you need to click on click me right side button. So here these two buttons have similar IDs, and how can we solve by using TRICENTIS Tosca to automate this test case. So this is my TRICENTIS Tosca, and here we're going to start scanning the application. So I have created a module called obstacles. So it's not a module, it's a folder within the module. So now I'm going to right click on this obstacles and then start scanning the application. So here I'm going to select the application that I would like to automate. So this is our application, right? So where we have to solve this problem and click on scan. So let me expand this one. If you see on the screen, we have two buttons. One is don't and click me, right? So these two are those buttons, don't and click me. If you select this click me, you can see the properties of that button. If you see the properties of that button, ID is the property, do not use ID. And it also having a tag as the property, right? It is identifying this click me object by using these two properties. Let's go and see don't button. This don't button also have ID and tag. And if you observe closely, the ID property is same as this earlier click me button. Do not use ID, whereas in click me button also has do not use ID. That means if you capture this particular object by using Tosca, it's not gonna uniquely identify. Let's select this click me button, and if you see here, this is highlighting in orange color. That means the selected item is not unique. So what should we do to make this button unique? So there are two ways. One is either you can start using the inner text. If you see here, this is your inner text for this. What is the inner text? Click me. Let's go and see in don't button. For don't button, your inner text is don't. That means I can add an additional property called inner text to make this button unique. So let's add this, okay? Let's add this inner text. As soon as I add, now you see here, the selected item is unique. That means now the selected item is unique. Whenever you have multiple objects having the same property, you can use an alternative property to identify the object uniquely. And here you can also expand the filters here to see their parent objects as well. There is another way where you can also use the parent object, but that concept I'm going to cover in our upcoming lessons. So for now, let's go with the alternative property to identify the object uniquely. So now let us rename this module as obstacle name, as same as your obstacle name, the obstacle hash 2250. So I'm gonna paste this one. So it's good practice to rename the module so that you can identify the module easily. And here your button name makes sense. I need not to rename the button name. If you want, I can rename the button as well. So the best practice is you should have the naming convention in a such a way that you should be able to identify the objects or naming of the objects very easily. So now let us save this. As soon as I save, a module will be created and close this. Now let's go back to TRICENTIS Tosca. I can see here now click me button is added under a module called obstacle hash 22505. So now let us create a test case for this. Right click and then create a folder called obstacles. Now under this folder, let us create our first test case and then name this as obstacle hash 22505. And now let's drag this module and drop here. And now here to click this particular button on screen, right? There are two ways. Either you can select click keyboard option. So what it does, this actually takes the keyboard action. That means it uses the mouse to click on that particular button. So which is not recommended because it is very time consuming and your performance of the application comes down. Your performance of the Tosca comes down and it is very slow. So TRICENTIS recommends to not use click function here. Instead, you can use this one. You need to pass X to click on any object. And now let us run this particular test case and see it's gonna click on the button which is on the right side. So just right click and run in Scratchbook. So now it's clicked on the button, but we could not understand it clicked on which button, right? So I can do one thing. I can introduce click option here, right? Click. What it does, it actually moves the cursor onto the button so that you can understand it is clicking on which button. Let's run this again. So now you can see it is clicking on click me button. So your automation problem is solved. So you can see here your test results are passed. So once you complete your test case design and automation, it's a best practice to use the workstate column to mark it as completed and save your test case. So this is how you can solve the challenge of elements that are having the same property. If you have any queries, leave your queries in the comment box. I'll try to respond to your queries. Hope you all understand how can we solve the challenge that you may encounter in real time while automating your test cases. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon, you'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Thank you.